In the heart of Brazil, a force was born. A man who, despite his minimal English,
I was born and the world was introduced to me.
has become a God-tier member, becoming a fan favorite in the process.
It's too old to say this kind of bullshit. Come on, man.
A fighter who, with his otherworldly anime character physique, has landed himself as enemy number 1 on the USADA hit list. Y'all know who it is. The one, the only, the Eraser.
MMA Fighter Spot? Man, that channel is fucking great.
Costa's early days. Paulo Henrique Costa was born 1991 in Contagion, Brazil. Paulo grew up alongside his older brother Carlos Costa, who would later become a mixed martial artist and one of Paulo's coaches. From a young age, Costa demonstrated a fighting spirit that was both a blessing and a curse. Let's say that. Costa's early life was not without its challenges. Despite his above-average size and strength, while little, he was also often bullied during his school years. He recounted his experiences saying, "I had a lot of problems at school. The people didn't like me. They always had a gang.
A lot of problems in the school.
Why?
I don't know, the people doesn't like me.
The kids were picking on you? They were bullying you?
Yeah, but yeah.
He specifically remembered feeling helpless a few times when bullied, fearing that standing up for himself could lead to more severe consequences due to the close-knit and often dangerous nature of life in the favelas.
So he was scared to real fight then, and next day they did games with guns and a lot of stuff.
However, Costa, similar to Oliveira, would go on to leave the favelas through sheer hard work and grit. As a child, Costa was drawn to sports, mostly football, which he played regularly. However, his life took a turn when he started training at Muay Thai at the age of 9. This was not just a hobby for young Costa, it was a means to learn discipline and avoid the street fights he was constantly getting into. In his teenage years, Costa and his brother joined a jiu-jitsu gym. However, their training was abruptly halted when their father tragically died of throat cancer when Paulo was just 17. The loss was a significant blow to the Costa family, and Paulo temporarily quit the sport to keep the family afloat. Costa would work as a real estate agent and as an IT teacher, teaching both Word and Excel. A couple of years later, Costa returned to jiu-jitsu, this time under his brother's wing, who was already a purple belt at the time. This marked the beginning of his journey into professional martial arts, a path that would lead him to become one of the most recognized figures in the UFC. MMA Career. He would have his first MMA fight at 20 years old. His raw talent was evident right from the get-go. Costa finished this fight via first-round TKO. The modest prize money of 100 Brazilian reals, approximately $20 US, was a humble beginning to what would become a remarkable career. The brothers even had to convince their mother to help out Paulo monetarily for the first year of his professional MMA career, so he could focus on fighting. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. His early career was marked by a series of impressive victories. Fighting primarily in his home country of Brazil, Costa compiled a record of 8-0 with 7 wins by knockouts. His performances caught the attention of the UFC. In 2014, he was invited to compete in the Ultimate Fighter Brazil 3, where he unfortunately lost in his second fight. However, 3 years and 5 wins later, he managed to sign the contract with the UFC. UFC in Fighting Style. Costa's career in the UFC has been marked by a series of impressive performances, with most of them ending via KO or TKO. Costa's aggressive and relentless fighting style quickly made him a standout in the UFC. He was known for his powerful striking, applying constant pressure on his opponents, making him a formidable opponent in the octagon and fun to watch. His physical strength combined with his technical skill made him a force to be reckoned with. His breakout moment came in 2019 when he faced Yoel Romero in UFC 241. The fight was a spectacle of raw power, grit, and sheer craziness, with both fighters refusing to back down. It was a back-and-forth battle that went the distance, with Costa ultimately winning by unanimous decision. The fight was lauded by fans and critics alike, earning Fight of the Night honors, and at the same time catapulting Costa into the limelight.
I am here today, fight against this beast. Yoel Romero is a real beast.
With such a strong performance, Costa was set for a title shot. His next foe was none other than Israel Adesanya, the reigning middleweight champion. No one was really sure how the fight would go since Costa was so much bigger and stronger than Izzy, but in the fight game, even the lankiest of guys can be straight-up murderers. The pre-fight conferences and interviews is where Costa's spirit truly shined. With barely any English in his repertoire, he managed to get the better of the champ.
Yeah, I like his earrings. He's beautiful.
I said I can fit it on
my
him.
mom
I said
has one.
I'll fit this on him on Saturday
I think
night.
my mom has one very similar of his ring.
However, when it came time to step into the octagon, Adesanya's skill and strategy proved too much for Costa. Izzy managed to clip Costa in the second round and drop him, and proceeded to do this. Costa would then make a grave mistake. He made some stupid excuses why he lost the fight.
And you know, I'm waiting for you. Something happened before the fight. I'm not excused here to my people, my fans.
And the fans were having none of it, and so a new mythical fighter was born. Sober Costa. After the loss, Paulo Costa's career took a bit of a downward trajectory. He was all set up to face Robert Whittaker in April 2021, but fate had other plans. Costa fell ill and had to step back from the fight. Then, in August of the same year, it was supposed to go toe-to-toe with Jared Cannonier. But once again, Costa pulled out of the fight. He claimed he never had put pen to paper on the bout agreement, citing issues with his payment. Then came the showdown with Marvin Vettori in October 2021. Originally planned as a middleweight contest, it turned into a light heavyweight bout due to Costa showing up 25 pounds over the middleweight limit. Yep, a whole 25 pounds over. The dude didn't even try to cut weight. This move drew a lot of flack from the MMA community, despite the controversy.
Are you heavy or are you light than me? I don't care for weight.
The fight went on and Costa managed to lose via unanimous decision. Fast forward to July 2022, Costa was set to face the former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold. But again, the bout was postponed to UFC 278 due to unknown reasons. Costa emerged victorious in this fight, earning him Fight of the Night. In February 2023, a rematch with Robert Whittaker was on the cards, but in a surprising turn of events, Costa disputed the official announcement by the promotion, claiming he had never signed a contract and the fight would not take place.
That was a pretty fake news, you know, cause I didn't get a contract or terms or nothing fight him.
Now the stage is set for Costa to fake Ikram Aliskerov on July 29th, 2023 at UFC 291. The MMA world is eagerly waiting to see how this next chapter in Costa's career unfolds. Will we again see the Costa hype train gain momentum, or is it over for the CEO of Secret Juice? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subs as soon as possible. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.